Okay, so in this video I'm gonna make sure that you learn about the benefits of high intensity interval training. I'm gonna explain what it is. I'm gonna go over the benefits of it, and hopefully you'll learn something from this video. So what is high intensity interval training? So high intensity interval training basically involves you doing a very intensive workout for a short period of time. Let's say you're training on a bike or on a treadmill. You do it for like 10 to 30 minutes or 20 minutes, depends on your activity levels. If you're a fit person, if you're actually fit, you can go 30 minutes. If you're just starting, you can do 5 minutes, then work your way up to 10 minutes, to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then you reach 30 minutes. So what is it? So you basically you go as fast as possible for 20 seconds, and you rest for 10 seconds. Or if you want to increase it, you go 30 seconds, and then you do like 20 seconds rest. Or it depends on your activity levels. It depends on your program as well. So if you're just starting, you can sprint for 20 seconds, and then you rest for like a minute, and you repeat that for 5 minutes. Then you come back the next day or the day after, you repeat that for like 10 minutes, and you slowly work your way up. Okay, so you can use that. You can use bike, you can use treadmill, you can use ropes, you can use body weight exercises, anything, cross trainer, whatever suits you. Okay, so let's go into the benefits. I'm going to try to keep this video short. So what are the benefits of HIIT training? So the first one is that you burn calories a lot faster than if you were doing a low intensity workout. So you do that when you do high intensity, you burn more calories for like 20 minutes than if you were training or lifting weights for like an hour or 40 minutes, because your heart is working extra hard. You're bursting a lot of energy, so which is a good thing. Researchers found that there's two groups that people were doing high intensity interval training for 20 seconds of going as fast as possible, then resting for 40 seconds. They compared them to those that were doing weight training, running and biking. Those people that did high intensity interval training, they burned 25 to 30% more than those who were doing the other forms of exercises. So that shows you it actually works, and it actually can help you to lose body fat over time, and you can burn a lot more calories doing that in a very short period of time. If you have no time, you have no excuses. Second benefit is basically increases your metabolic rate, which is your metabolism, which will help you to burn more calories and lose body fat a lot faster than if you're just doing a slow, steady state cardio exercises or just lifting weights. So if you combine them together, you lose even more body fat than if you were just doing low intensity workouts. Let's say if you were just like doing 30 minutes a day or 40 minutes a day, just low intensity workout. If you combine that with a high intensity interval training for 10 minutes for one session or 2 sessions per week, then you slowly increase it, you'll burn a lot more calories every week. If you combine them together, you will lose a lot more calories than as if you were doing just 1 or 2 forms of exercises. Okay, and this study shows basically that it increases your metabolism. You can read that yourself, and you can look into it. It can also help you, like, obviously lose body fat, which is what I was talking about the whole time. In a study that people were doing high intensity interval training, basically a review looked at 13 experiments and 424 adults with overweight and obesity. They found out that both high intensity interval training and traditional moderate intensity exercise can reduce body fat and waist circumference. So yeah, another benefit is it can improve your oxygen consumption. If your goal is to improve your oxygen consumption, if you're sometimes struggling to breathe, if you're unfit, if you have asthma, this can help you to take in more oxygen, to consume more oxygen. Even if you just add 1 session or 2 sessions per week for a short period of time, this will help you with your oxygen consumption. It doesn't have to be too long. Just keep it short, 10 minutes, and you're slowly going to get fit. You're slowly going to get to a level where you want to be when it comes to like oxygen consumption. There's a study I looked at, and I basically participants who perform 20 minutes high intensity interval training workouts per 4 days per week in 5 weeks, they improved their oxygen consumption by 9%. This was almost identical to those to the improvement of oxygen consumption in the other group in a study who basically cycled for 40 minutes per day, 4 days per week. So you can see those people were doing 20 minutes of HIIT training, and the other groups were cycling for 40 minutes. So big difference. And both of them were doing 4 days per week, but those doing that high intensity interval training for a short period of time, they improved their oxygen consumption by 9%. So you can see, you can look up that study if you want. Just take that name, the title of it, and look into it a bit more. It can also, another benefit is it can help with your heart rate and blood pressure. So there's a study on that involved a group of people that had high blood pressure and they were obese, overweight. Basically, high intensity interval training helped them during the 8 weeks of doing stationary exercise, stationary bike exercises. Basically, it decreased their blood pressure as much as traditional continuous endurance training in adults and blood pressure. In this study also, the endurance training group exercised 4 days per week, 30 minutes per day, and HIIT training, high intensity interval training group exercised 3 times per week. So instead of 4, they did 3 times per week and 20 minutes per day. So that's the difference between them. Some researchers also, they found that high intensity interval training reduced blood pressure more frequently than those who were doing low intensity or moderate intensity exercise. That's the same study. You can read that, pause it if you want, and it's basically the same things I was saying just there. During the 12 weeks of high intensity interval training, it improved the metabolic risk factor, the waist circumference, body fat percentage, reduced that. It helped with the heart rate, systolic blood pressure, and diastolic blood pressure, and overweight and obesity. In an obese and overweight population. Also improved their aerobic and which I'm going to talk about in the next slide. So yeah, these are actual benefits of HIIT training and what you should definitely include in your workout and your program. Even if your goal is not to lose body fat, it's very important that you include this in your program. Another benefit is it can reduce your blood sugar, which is what you want. If your goal is to lose body fat as fast as possible, you should definitely try this for a week and see how it goes. Try it and stick to it, and then add another week. Slowly you'll see yourself, you're getting fitter, you're starting to lose body fat, you'll see an improvement in your oxygen consumption. If you have a blood pressure issue, if you have a heart rate issue, it will improve all of them together. It also with your blood pressure, and there's a study done on this for 12 weeks, and there's a summary of 50 studies found that high intensity interval training not only reduced blood sugar but also improved their insulin resistance. So if you're insulin resistant to foods, this will help you lose body fat, because when you are resistant, when your insulin level is high and you're resistant to carbohydrates and sugar, you're not going to lose body fat as much as you want. It's going to be very hard for you to lose body fat. So based on this information, it is possible that high intensity exercise can be beneficial for, like, if you have diabetes, type 2 diabetes. Like I said, if you are this will help you reduce your blood sugar and can help you heal your insulin, the hormone that you shouldn't be elevated the whole time. It should be in a normal level. So another one is aerobic and anaerobic. Both of them, high intensity interval training can help you with those two things. So in a 8-week high intensity interval training program, it improved the aerobic and anaerobic performances, body composition. The plasma lipid profile in sedentary overweight obese young man. These findings suggest that intermittent training may improve cardiometabolic rate and metabolic profile in obese. So if you are struggling with your aerobic and anaerobic performance, basically aerobic is when you're doing exercises for just low intensity. You're going for a long, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes walk. It can help you improve the aerobic levels. Anaerobic is when you're doing short bursts, like you're sprinting for a quick sprint. You're going for a quick sprint, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. High intensity interval training can help you both. Whether it's you're going for hiking, or you're cycling, just low or moderate intensity exercises, or if you're sprinting, if you're cycling, going as fast as possible. HIIT training can help you with both of them. So hopefully this will help some of you understand what high intensity interval training is. I hope that you add this to your program, and hopefully you see a result. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and like and subscribe.